college, they start their conference championships, and then but on the back end of that, after the World Series, we got college recruiting, and the club softball world picks up again. It's a big summer for the 2027s coming up, and we shoot to have a few of them on the show if we can. In your case, we selected you have two pitchers that we're going to highlight, two 2027 pitchers, so that we can give them a little bit of exposure here, shine a light on them, and help them, because come September 1st, that period, that recruiting phase, it's an important phase when they can actually be contacted in the fall by college coaches. Maybe maybe we put them on the radar. So I want to talk about two of your sophomores that we discussed. The first one is McKenna Kwapich. She's a sophomore at CDO, Canyon Del Oro, down in Tucson, who currently is ranked 15th in the country. That's a great team. And tell us a little bit about her before we show the film.
So McKenna is a fully remote client. We've never actually worked in person. And prior to working with me, she was working with Taylor McQuillan, and Taylor had to go off and play pro ball, you know. But her recruiter is Jen Turner with College Athlete Advantage. And Jen had contacted me saying, hey, heads up, I've sent somebody for you. They're going to be contacting you. We sat down, did the initial call, and McKenna came to me as a kid who grew really fast one summer. Like, she's predicted to be 6'2". She's already 6 foot. I think when she started working with me, she was 5'9", and she's only been with me now for a total of 6 months. So within the first 5 months, she went from 53 miles per hour to 59 miles per hour. And the biggest thing for her was the mental training in the bullpen. She had never experienced writing things down, what she was feeling, how she made the adjustment. And then she was able to take that and put it on the mound in a game. And it just completely opened a whole nother door in her brain. So she has so much discipline for this game, for the position, like the responsibility, she wears it. And so much so that we do a lot of mental training as well, because she's one of those ones that I would say, if I had to look at and like flag as like high risk to possibly make herself all about softball, I would put her on that, you know, and not because it's something she would do. It's kind of society. Like, they're like, oh, dang, she's going to be 6'2". Like, she's all about softball, right? She is softball. So we really talk about McKenna, the person, right? How was your day? How are you handling adversity? How are you handling your good moments? And it's crazy. Within 6 months, this girl has just grown so much as an athlete, as a person. It's also taught her mom so much more about what McKenna wants and what McKenna is willing to do to get it. So she also hits as well.
That's great.
I know, like we were talking earlier, having the,
it's good that she's down in Tucson. She gets to see Stoddard and Nets making it happen.
Yeah, I mean, she went to prospect camps, U of A, GCU. She went to one in Utah, and she really liked U of A. She really liked Conrad, the way he spoke into the girls, and even spoken to her. And, you know, him saying, you know, what's your favorite pitch? And she's like, the drop ball. And then she throws it, and he's like, oh, now I can see why. And I said, that's huge, because right there in that moment, you may have spent an hour with him, but he's going to remember that moment, right? Any pitching coach. And then at GCU, she walked away from that prospect camp, you know, knowing that Coach Frakes liked her, Coach Hayes liked it. So it's like the seeds are being planted for her. So I look for McKenna to probably stay in state. If not in state, she'll go, you know, in the Four Corners area. But I don't see her playing at any lower level than D1. Like, she just, like I said, the discipline and the desire to withhold the responsibility of what it takes to be a pitcher emotionally, mentally, and physically, she embodies that. So
great.
Yeah.
Well, we know that the eye in the sky does not lie. So let's roll tape, and we'll talk through some of these. I think we got 4 pitches set up. Here we go. Throws a high heat there.
Yeah. Which that's been a goal this season.
And if I was a hitter, I'd probably think, man, she's going to throw me a changeup? Nah, she's going to go again with a high heat.
Yeah,
Oh, she
it's
comes back with that wicked changeup.
so
That's
dirty.
nasty.
So dirty. You can't even tell. I mean, the sell of it is spot on.
Now the batter's like, well, she got me on that. Is she going to throw it again, or is she going to throw the heat? Now the pitcher has already won.
Yeah.
And got her with the strikeout. Then you come back here.
Yes.
Low. That's the drop ball.
Yep. Low and away.
Wow.
All day long.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She loves that pitch.
Right. That was the drop ball that Coach Conrad had talked about.
Yep.
She did it. She threw the high stuff, then she threw the changeup, and then speed again.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the rise ball that struck out that batter?
Yeah.
And then she delivered on that next batter we saw. She hit that drop ball.
Yep.
So I think any pitcher, right? If you're throwing high and you're throwing low and you're throwing the changeup.
Well, at the end of the day, your job as a pitcher isn't to throw strikes. Your job as a pitcher is to keep a batter off balance. That video right there just displayed that. Mm-hmm. That poor batter didn't know what hit her.
Yep.
And the way I train my girls is anytime you get in a 2-2 count, it's already full. Don't wait for it to be a full count or a full count in the book. Like, claim it in your mind first and shut it down, right? So McKenna, that is one of the things that she has worked on, is getting that first strike percentage. She wants that, because then it's like she sets the table.